In this video, we will walk through the installation of the PowerTerm WebConnect server and the secure gateway. Server 1 will be used as the PowerTerm WebConnect server. It will also be used as the terminal server in this demonstration. Let's start by going to the server manager and adding two server roles. We'll add the remote desktop services role as well as the application server role. When prompted, select Do Not Require Network Level Authentication. For the application server services, we'll need to enable the web server support and then ASP. Once the roles are successfully added, reboot the server. Once the server has been rebooted, install .NET 4, the full version. Once the server is ready, we can go ahead and start the PowerTerm WebConnect installer. The installer is downloadable from the Ericom website. It starts as a 30-day trial. At this prompt, enter your serial number or click the Evaluate button to start the 30-day trial. At the Setup Type dialog, select Full Installation. Since we're using this server as the terminal server as well, we'll go ahead and install the Ericom Terminal Server Agent, also known as the TS Agent. The TS Agent is required on each terminal server that will be managed by PowerTerm WebConnect. If you are a current user of PowerTerm WebConnect, you can import an existing configuration at the end of the installation using the Upgrade utility. In order to use Ericom's Access Now HTML5 client, as well as the Bldg RDP acceleration technology, we'll need to install the appropriate servers onto the terminal server. We can do this by going to the WebConnect 5.8 installation folder, and then the add-ons subfolder, and then launching the Access Now server. These server agents are very easy to install. Once the Access Now server is installed, let's go ahead and install the Bldg server. For future reference, the add-ons folder contains useful installation files for various features of the PowerTerm WebConnect environment. PowerTerm WebConnect includes support for access from smartphones and tablets. To enable Access to Go support, you will need to enable HTTPS in IIS. To verify that HTTPS is enabled, click on the website where Access to Go will be installed. This is usually the default website. Click on Bindings and verify that the HTTPS protocol is available. To verify that PowerTerm WebConnect is ready to accept Access to Go connections, open a web browser and connect to the URL of the Access to Go API. If you receive the API message, then the server is ready for use with Access to Go. Before this server can start accepting connections, we have to remember to enable the firewall to allow the Ericom ports through. To do this, create a new inbound rule. Select port and add all the relevant Ericom ports. This includes 4000 for the PowerTerm WebConnect service, 4001 for the administrator port, 4020 for the load balancer, and then 4030 for the remote browser. We'll also add 3399 for the Bldg server service and 8080 for the Access Now server service. Now that the server has been fully configured, let's go to the services just to verify that the PowerTerm WebConnect service is running. You'll want to look for PowerTerm WebConnect server service and make sure that this is started. Now we're ready to use PowerTerm WebConnect. Open the administration tool and log in with the local administrator user. This is a WebConnect user, and the default password is blank. It is strongly recommended to change this later on. Let's start by publishing a full desktop session by going to Action, New, and then Remote Windows Desktop. This will start a wizard, and simply go through the steps of the wizard, selecting the appropriate settings that you want for this full desktop session. This connection will be assigned to everyone, which means that anybody connecting into PowerTerm WebConnect will be able to use this connection. In order to assign these connections to Active Directory users and groups, go to Directory Services and then enter the credentials for the domain that you want to link PowerTerm WebConnect to. Click Connect to verify that the server can connect to your directory server. Now let's just publish a seamless application. Click on Action, New, and then Windows Application. Click Next, and at step 2, click the Browse button. Browse to the terminal server and select the application that you wish to publish. At step 6, since we have the Access Now server and the Blaze server installed, we can enable the acceleration. And at step 10, we can select a user or group from the directory server to assign to this connection. On each terminal server, remember to allow the desired users to be able to log in. You can do this by going to each terminal server's server manager and adding the appropriate users and groups to the local remote desktop users group. For those who want to use the Ericom Access Now HTML5 technology, this needs to be enabled manually. You can do this by going to the WebConnect 5.8 folder and then the Web App Portal subfolder. Change the two variables, Access Now over ActiveX and Access Now over Java, to the value 1. Now it's time to log in and try a connection. Using any HTML5 browser, go to the WebConnect URL. Just enter the server name /webconnect/appportal/index.asp to log in. Once you've logged in, you'll see a list of applications. Simply select an application to launch it. And you'll see that the new application will open in a new browser tab. There's nothing to download. Everything is built right into the browser. To launch another connection, simply go back to the application portal and select the desired connection. You'll see that it opens in a new browser tab as well. To print from the Access Now session, you can use the built-in Access Now printer. From any application, simply go to the print function and select the Ericom Access Now printer. The print job will be downloaded to the local device and it will be displayed as a PDF in a new browser tab. You can then either save this as a PDF or send it to the local printer. PowerTerm WebConnect installation is now complete, and the server is ready for use. On server 2, we'll now install the Ericom Secure Gateway. To get started, we'll need to install .NET 4, the full version. You can download this for free from Microsoft. Once .NET 4 has been installed, install the Ericom Secure Gateway. The installation file can be found under the PowerTerm WebConnect Add-ons folder, under Secure Gateway. When prompted for the setup type, select Custom and click Next. Disable the authentication server, as this is not required for PowerTerm WebConnect installations. At the Secure Gateway Configuration dialog, click Select Certificate to use a trusted certificate that is installed on the server. At the Connection Broker selection, pick PowerTerm WebConnect and check the Allow Connections from Connection Broker Only. At the PowerTerm WebConnect server configuration, enter the address of the PowerTerm WebConnect server that is reachable from the Secure Gateway. Once the Secure Gateway is installed, configure the Windows firewall to allow the necessary ports through. The two ports that we will need to configure to allow inbound are 443 and 80. On most internet firewalls, port 443 is filtered to only allow HTTP traffic through. To use the Secure Gateway, you must disable this filtering feature. Once the Secure Gateway is configured and ready, go to the PowerTerm WebConnect Administration tool to configure it to use the Secure Gateway. Go to the Server configuration and scroll down the Environment Variable list. Change Secure Gateway Enabled setting to 1, and then enter the address of the Secure Gateway. This address should be the external address of the Secure Gateway server. The Access Now and Access to Go clients currently do not support the PowerTerm WebConnect server's Smart Internal feature. To allow these clients to use the Secure Gateway, set the variable Smart Internal is Gateway to the value 1. Please note that once this variable is set, all Smart Internal connections will use the gateway when connecting from Access Now and Access to Go. Please make sure that the Secure Gateway is reachable from the internal network. Once the server is configured, we now need to go to the client pages to configure it to use the Secure Gateway. PowerTerm WebConnect includes a set of pages with the prefix SG that can be configured for the Secure Gateway. The first page that needs to be edited is sglaunch.asp. Go to the PT Agent Parameters line and enter the address of the Secure Gateway. Make sure to specify the port as well. The next page that needs to be configured is for the application zone. Go to sgapplicationzone.html and again, edit the line for the PowerTerm WebConnect server address. Remember to save the files before continuing. In order to use PowerTerm Web Connect through the secure gateway, enter the secure gateway's address and then the path to the sgindex.asp file. Once the page is loaded, simply log in. All communication between the secure gateway and the end user will be over port 443. Communication between the secure gateway and the PowerTerm Web Connect server will be 4000, and with the RDP host will be either 3389 for RDP, 3399 for Blaze, or 8080 for Access Now. There are two addresses that can be used to connect Access to Go clients to the PowerTerm Web Connect server. External users should connect to the secure gateway and specify port 443. Internal users can connect directly to the PowerTerm Web Connect server address.